today I'm going to show you how I make my Paula Deen inspired banana pudding. I will link all of the products below in the description box. We're going to start off with adding 4 cups of milk to a medium to large size bowl. I always add my milk first because I find that it's easier to mix the pudding packets in them. After adding our milk, we're going to go ahead and grab our 2 packets of instant French vanilla pudding mix. These are 3.4 ounce packs. I know some people like to use regular vanilla or banana cream, but I find that French vanilla works the best with this recipe. Then we are going to grab our whisk and we're going to mix the mixture until it becomes a milky consistency with no clumps in it. We're going to set it aside until the pudding thickens. It generally takes about 5 minutes. In a separate bowl, we're going to add our 8-ounce block of cream cheese. We want to make sure that cream cheese is at room temperature so that it'll be nice and soft and mix well with the rest of our ingredients. Then we're going to grab our 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk and add it right on top of that block. I like to scrape the can just to make sure I'm getting every little drop of the ingredients into my bowl with my cream cheese. Next, I'm going to grab my hand mixer and I'm going to mix those ingredients until all of the clumps are gone. I like to scrape the bowl a couple times just to make sure I'm rotating that product and getting all of the clumps that are hidden at the bottom. It does take me about 5 minutes to mix the mixture to a smooth consistency. It will vary based on the speed that you use your mixer on, but I like to use it at a low speed just to make sure my ingredients do not fly out. The end result should be very thick, smooth, and creamy. I just like to scrape my bowl a couple times just to make sure everything is well mixed. Then we're going to take that mixture and add it directly into our pudding. Again, scraping all of the sides to make sure we get every drop of that product. Next, we'll use our spatula to fold the creamy mixture into the pudding until we reach a nice even color. Now we're going to use some arm action to add in our 8 ounces of whipped topping. This is store brand. I know some people like to use Cool Whip. In my opinion, it tastes the same no matter which brand you use, so feel free to use whatever brand is available to you. Then we are going to fold in our whipped topping with the rest of the mixture. Like I said, this part does use a lot of arm strength. We want to make sure all of those clumps are gone until it reaches a nice even consistency. After that is mixed well, we're going to grab our cutting board and start slicing our fruit. The amount of fruit depends on the container you are making the pudding in. So I find when I make large pans, I use between 6 to 8 bananas. For smaller pans, I use about 4. Again, the amount of strawberries will depend on the size container you are making as well as personal preference. So if you like more strawberries, add more strawberries and then dice them until you reach your desired size. After I arrange my pans, I'm going to whip out my Chessman cookies and line the bottom of the pans until the whole bottom is covered with cookies. Here I am breaking them up just because I'm using smaller tins this time. If making a larger pan, you would line the entire bottom with whole Chessman cookies. Then here I am going in with my bananas on the bottom row and my strawberries on the top. Then I'm going to add in a large scoop of pudding to the bottom layer. I'm going to smooth it out so that it covers all of the strawberries and bananas. Then we're going to follow up with another layer of broken Chessman cookies. If you were making a large pan, you would use whole cookies to cover the entire second layer. Next, we'll add another layer of our fresh fruit. Again, our bottom row is regular banana and our top row is strawberry banana. You do want to do this step pretty quickly because your bananas will start to brown fast. Top that layer off with another layer of pudding. If you are using a large pan, this will be the rest of your pudding mix, which should amount to about half of what you use to fill the bottom layer. You'll then add your Chessman cookies to your top layer. I like to keep these whole just for the aesthetic. If you're making a large pan, you'll probably use about 3 to 4 bags of Chessman cookies, so that's something you want to stock up on so you don't run out. Lastly, you'll refrigerate for about 5 to 6 hours to allow your cookies to soften up. Thanks for watching.